From towers that do the twist to some seriously surreal structures. Here are 33 of the world's most unusual buildings. Number 33, the Museum of Play. Located in Rochester, New York, this museum is dedicated only to the study of play. You'll find the World Video Game Hall of Fame here, as well as exhibits dedicated to comic books, TV shows, education, history, and nature. The museum is not playing games when it comes to its size, though, because it takes up some 282,000 square feet. Number 32, the Cathedral of Brasilia. Now, you might not think this stylized modernistic structure is actually a Roman Catholic cathedral that functions as the seat of the Archdiocese in Brasilia, Brazil. Constructed from 16 concrete columns that weigh some 90 tons each, the cathedral receives around 1 million visitors each year. Number 31, Kugelmugel. This spherical structure is located in Vienna, and the artist who designed it claimed that it was actually a micronation unto itself due to its unique shape. Well, you know what? Austria agreed, and the Republic of Kugelmugel declared its independence in 1976, and it is now a popular tourist attraction. Number 30, the Sutungen House. Now, this building was actually demolished in 2012, but measuring some 144 feet, this was reportedly the tallest wooden house in Russia, if not the world, according to some sources. It was actually constructed by a local crime lord and his family over the span of some 15 years, without benefit of formal plans or a building permit. But then again, a crime lord would not need a permit now, would he? Number 29, Wonderworks. Does this structure appear as if it was picked up by extreme weather and then landed upside down against another building? Well, if so, that was purely the intent of the architect. Located in Orlando, Florida, this is really a museum and entertainment center that focuses on science exhibits. It's one of 5 such locations in the US. Number 28, the Crooked House, UK. This is an operational pub in South Staffordshire, England, and was constructed in 1765. Its name and appearance are linked to a 19th century mining subsidence, which caused the land to shift downward, as you can see. The one side of the building now sits about 4 feet lower than the other side. Number 27, Kansas City Central Library. The striking facade is called the Community Bookshelf. It runs along the south side of the Central Library's parking structure. The book spines measure around 25 feet high and 9 feet wide, and features titles by Shakespeare, Dickens, Tolkien, and other literary giants. Number 26, the Church of Hallgrímur. This kind of sounds like a horror movie, doesn't it? Well, this is among the tallest structures in Iceland, at more than 240 feet high, and it's also the country's largest church. It's visible throughout Reykjavik and is among that city's best-known landmarks. Number 25, Montreal Biosphere. Designed by the renowned Buckminster Fuller, this geodesic dome measures around 250 feet in diameter and some 200 feet tall. It was created for the 1967 World's Fair in Montreal. It now operates as an interactive environmental museum. Did you know that the Biosphere has been featured in various TV shows and movies, including the original Battlestar Galactica? Number 24, Atlantis, the Palm. So, of course, the legend of Atlantis has persisted for ages, ever since it was first referenced by Plato back in 360 BC. Well, after all that time, we are happy to announce that Atlantis has been found, and it's right in Dubai. Who knew? Now, of course, this particular Atlantis is in the United Arab Emirates, and it's actually a luxury resort hotel containing more than 1,500 rooms. Number 23, Kunsthaus Graz. Also known as the Graz Art Museum, it has become a cultural landmark in Austria. Architects designed it to stand out against its Baroque surroundings with a biomorph shape they called the friendly alien. Some of us thought it kind of looked like the cleated sole of a sports shoe. What do you think? Number 22, Niemeyer's Eye. Now, this is part of the Oscar Niemeyer Museum in Brazil, and it's named after its architect. The distinctively designed eye is actually the museum's annex and is connected to the main building by an underground walkway. The human-like shape has inspired many people to refer to the museum simply as Niemeyer's Eye. Number 21, the Longaberger headquarters. Now, the novel design of the headquarters of the Longaberger Company in Newark, Ohio, offered a clue as to the business. They manufacture and distribute maple wood baskets in addition to other home products. Although this building is no longer used as their corporate headquarters, it is impressive nonetheless. Did you know the basket handles weighed around 150 tons? Number 20, the Heydar Aliyev Center. This building complex in Azerbaijan is noted for its curved, flowing design. The architects intentionally avoided the use of sharp angles. The futuristic complex encompasses more than 600,000 square feet and houses an auditorium, a gallery hall, and a museum. Number 19, Cayenne Tower. Now here's a skyscraper located in Dubai, where it is also known as the Infinity Tower. It's more than 1,000 feet tall with 73 stories. Now, at one time, it was the world's tallest high-rise edifice with a twist of 90 degrees. However, it was later surpassed by the Shanghai Tower. Number 18, the Crazy House. Now, this is actually a guest house in Vietnam. The architect designed it to resemble a tree with sculpted design elements that represent caves, animals, and mushrooms. Many people call it a fairy tale house and say it reminds them of the works of Salvador Dali and Walt Disney. Number 17, the Dancing House. Now, here's another surreal structure on a list, and this one is located in Prague in the Czech Republic. The architects came up with a decidedly non-traditional design that evokes the illusion of a pair of dancers frozen in position. Because of that, the house was originally named Fred and Ginger after the dancers Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Now, when it's not dancing, the building also houses the operations of a Dutch insurance company. Number 16, the Lotus Temple. Now, this building is actually a house of worship, and due to its flower-like shape, it has become a prominent attraction in the city of Delhi, India. The petals are composed of freestanding marble, and there are 27 of them placed in clusters of 3, which form 9 sides. Now, the Lotus Temple has won many architectural awards, and some sources claim it is the world's most visited building. Number 15, the National Library of Belarus. This building is unique for having the shape of a rhombocubonictahedron. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just say it is a very impressive geometric design, and it's about as complicated to look at as it is to pronounce. At any rate, more than 230 feet high, the library can accommodate around 2,000 readers and has become a city attraction. Number 14, Antilla. Would you believe this building in South Mumbai, India, is considered to be the most expensive private residential property in the world, valued at around $1 billion. Its unique design makes it stand out against the skyline. A staff of 600 people is required to maintain the residence 24/7. Number 13, Buzlutsa. This UFO-shaped structure is known as the House Monument of the Bulgarian Communist Party and is built on Buzlutsa, a peak of the Central Balkan Mountains, more than 4,600 feet high. So much dynamite was used to give the building a level foundation that the explosion actually reduced the mountain's height by around 30 feet. The house monument is now abandoned and is considered dangerous. Number 12, Habitat 67. Built for Montreal's World's Fair in 1967, this housing complex originated as a student's master thesis in architecture. It's now considered an architectural landmark and has become one of Canada's most recognizable and spectacular buildings. Number 11, Shiva Domek. Now, this building looks surreal enough to have been designed by Salvador Dali, but it's really an oddly shaped building in Poland, which is part of a shopping center there. Its name translates to Crooked Little House, and the design is said to have been inspired by fairy tale illustrations. Number 10, Palace of the Parliament. This colossal edifice is located in Bucharest, Romania, and it is just as massive as it would appear. The palace is the world's largest administrative building and the 4th largest building in the world. Construction started in 1984 and has yet to be completed. Number 9, Guggenheim Museum, Bilbao. This museum of modern and contemporary art has been noted as one of the most important architectural works since 1980 and is located in the Basque country of Spain. The design is intended to appear random, with curves that serve to catch the light. Number 8, Shanghai Tower. Now, remember a few segments back where we told you about the Cayenne Tower in Dubai? It was once the world's tallest building with a 90-degree twist. Well, the Shanghai Tower That's the building that took its title. This monumental edifice stands more than 2,000 feet tall with 128 stories and ranks as the third tallest structure in the world. Its elevators run at a top speed exceeding 45 miles per hour. Number 7. The Rugyong Hotel. Now, this impressive pyramid-shaped skyscraper is found in North Korea, and it stands nearly 1,100 feet tall. The building has 105 stories and is expected to serve many functions in addition to being a hotel. But after starting construction in 1987, the building remains unopened. Number 6. National Center for the Performing Arts. Located in Beijing, this is actually an art center that contains an opera house. The ellipsoid dome is constructed from glass and titanium and is completely surrounded by an artificial lake. Some people think the aesthetics make the building look like an egg floating on the water, and that was actually done by design. It was intended to evoke an iconic look that would make the Performing Arts Center instantly recognizable. So do you think it worked? Number 5. Capitol Gate. Rising more than 500 feet, this is one of the tallest towers in Abu Dhabi. It was built with an intentional lean, and that definitely gets your attention. In fact, Guinness has certified Capitol Gate as the world's furthest leaning man-made tower. It was constructed to incline about 18 degrees to the west, and that's about 4 times more than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Number 4. City of Arts and Sciences. Now, this structure kind of looks like a UFO that crash-landed into a lake, yeah? But the City of Arts and Sciences is an entertainment-based cultural complex in Valencia, Spain, and it's thought of as that city's most important modern tourist destination. The centerpiece is known as the Eye of Knowledge, and it does in fact resemble a huge eye that appears to be open. Did you know that areas of the complex have appeared in video games, films, and TV shows, including Gran Turismo 6, Doctor Who, and Tomorrowland? Number 3. Tam Sok. Now, at first glance, you might think you're looking at a huge kidney-shaped swimming pool, or maybe some work of modernistic art. Now, the first guess would not be too far off the mark, actually. The uniquely shaped building is actually the Tam Sok Hydroelectric Power Station located in the Missouri Ozarks Mountains. The station was shut down in 2005 after the upper reservoir suffered a major catastrophe and did not reopen again until 2010. Number 2. Atomium. Found in Brussels. This unique structure stands around 335 feet tall. The stainless steel spheres are around 60 feet in diameter. They connect to form the likeness of a unit cell of an iron crystal that has been magnified some 165 billion times. It serves as a museum and has been named one of Europe's most bizarre buildings. Understandably so. And before getting to our number 1 selection, we just wanted to take a moment to thank you for checking out our channel and come back for more great content. Also, be sure to like and subscribe, yeah? Number 1. Palais Ideal, or Ideal Palace. Would you believe this amazing structure in southeastern France was created by a man who had no formal education or training as an architect? Ferdinand Cheval was a postman who spent 33 years building his ideal palace. He collected wheelbarrows filled with stones. Binding them together with lime and cement, he steadily constructed the building, even working through the night using an oil lamp. He gained recognition and accolades from contemporary masters like Picasso. Cheval said his inspiration came from a dream where he saw himself building a castle.